Good morning, folks. We'll be starting in just 1 second. All right. Let's put the camera on and get this party started. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Happy Monday, everybody. Let's say hello to everyone. Thank you for being here. I do appreciate all of you. Hope you all had a great weekend. I had a pretty restful weekend. I was on the phone with Interactive Brokers yesterday for 4.5 hours. For 4.5 hours trying to reset the password on my password. Just heads up, folks, 4.5 hours, no joke. I'll talk about it a little later. Good morning, Arnolfo, CJ, RB, X, Brendan, Yuri, Ivano, Richard, Anukumar, Brian, good morning, Chris, the Sassy Trainer, David, Herb. Good morning, Robert, Rihanna, Deanna, Stephen, Ron, George, Seth, AG Koopa, Mark, Charles, Bernie the Bear, Linda, good morning, Minnesota Matt, Brian, good morning. It is very cold. You're right. It's cold here too. It's like 48 degrees or something here. Good morning, Brian. And William, good morning. 5 o'clock, William. We have our call at 5. Jesse, I'll be talking to your dad tonight, Brian, at 5, actually. Looking forward to it. Jesse, good morning. Robert, Flying Ronan, Lloyd, Stefan, Genevieve, Kevin, Ray, Javad, Nathan. William, good morning. Art, Devin, Becky, John, Stacy, Wade, Dr. Luke, Adam, Stan, Wesley. Good morning, Wesley. I wonder, how's the weather in Las Vegas? Is it still cold? Cheese Gray Trader, the Mr. Lin, is it the Lin Nomad? The Nomad, okay. Acme Football Kicker. Mitch, good morning. Bill, Dragon Dawn, Shemens, Little George, Manuel, High Grounder, Kathleen, Hopium Addict, Harry, Dave, Paul, Stacy, Penny, Dave, Carla. Good morning, Carla. Good morning. Good morning to you. Murray. Yeah, Jaguars lost yesterday. Yeah, he was not happy. Mia's over here sleeping. Dave, Frank, Walter, Julio, Sebastian, Hefe, Bullrider, Jeff, Omar. Good morning, Omar. Alpha Diaz, Harold. Good morning, Harold. Good morning, everybody. We got a lot of people here. Let me, don't worry, I'll give you a full update today. We got Steve, we got Scotty, we got Peanuts, we got Charlie, we got Florin, we got Ann, we got Mookie. Good morning, Mookie. How are you doing, Mookie? Jeremiah, Sylvia, Moondog. Good, good. Moondog went to the gym. Good. Kathleen, Ray, Karen is here. Good morning, Karen. Karen the Shark. John, Sapster, Randy, Adrian. Good morning, Adrian. Rock. Good morning. Mark, Henry, Raj, James, Shamens, George. Yeah, he did. They did put up a great fight, George. Dave, Sandra, Tom, Kirk, HG's here, Hawkeye, Russ, Jody, Doug, Sherman, Gene, Mr. Costa Blanca. 63 degrees. Nice. Man, the weather in Spain must be fantastic usually, because from what I'm hearing, it's always nice. Nestor, Pete, Sin, Kurt, Greg, Rock. Thank you, Brian. Steve, Ray, Ron, Rob. A lot of folks are coming in here. A lot of folks. Bob, good morning, Bob. I hope your week goes well. Steve, Ray, Ron, Robert, Tony, Bob. Good morning, Bob. Michael, Graham. Speaking of Graham, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Gramster, Graham Lindman, he had a baby over the weekend. So we got to welcome. His name is Josh. I love the name Josh. My first boy's name is, well, my only boy's name is Josh. So I'm very happy about that. But if you guys get a chance to see Gramster, tell him congratulations, okay? Bob, Michael, Eduardo, Bull Trader, Kai, Bob, Jody, next millionaire. That's right, Sandy. There you go. Next $1 million Sandy. I like that. The Sassy Trainer. I love that picture you sent me, Sandy, that was great. Michael, Bob, Matt, Mr. Goose is here. Goose, Sergey, Paul, Phil, Dave, Diamond, Jen, Leo is here. The Nomad is here. Long Island Nomad, right? Denise is here. Brian, PF Flyer, Rainer, Mookie, Rebecca, Gordon, Bob, Tom. Good morning, everybody. Good morning and happy Monday. All right, let's get into it. We have a lot of stuff to talk about today. You saw Clyde. Clyde now puts his catalysts for the morning right here. As you can see, the screen is red. Night session, Fed crooks, markets tanking, emergency trading. There's his notes for the night, and he looks a little worn out and tired with his coffee cup down. So Clyde is not happy about any of this. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Krisha. Peter, good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Don. Richie, good morning to you too. Tom, Gordon. Folks, if you're just coming in here right now, please, 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 for your benefit, please please go to the Gearbox and hit 1080, okay? 1080 right here, 1080. Don't settle for auto. It'll downgrade your speed. Go to 1080, okay? Very important. And if you don't mind, if this is helpful to you, if you gain some benefit out of this, I'm not going to twist your arm. Give us one thumbs up just one time and subscribe to our channel, okay? When you subscribe to our channel, you'll be notified right away when we're live. And we're live twice a day at 8 in the morning and at noon. By the way, just heads up, my vacation is going to be 4th of July holidays. That's going to be my next big vacation. So if you want to schedule your holiday, the best times to schedule your holidays is right when I schedule mine. And that's Christmas and 4th of July weekend, okay? Those are the times you want to not be in the market, okay? Good morning, Ivan, Bob, Wesley, good morning. Not bad in Las Vegas, a little brisk, okay. Germany snow? Oy, oy, oy. I'm going there on 4th of July, Herb. I may actually see you there 4th of July. I want to go to that BMW museum really bad. A lot of the Germans that work here with us told me it's like the best place to go. All right, let's get into the market. So the market's down, the Nasdaq's down 186 points, the Dow's down 340 points. This is down for one reason only, because there's nothing worse than instability of the Fed. There's a federal investigation on Jerome Powell. This is completely unwarranted. I don't know if Trump is, I don't want to get into the whys, but basically he's being accused of spending too much money on a property that they finished building 2 years earlier. It's the level of buffoonery here is like through the wall. As a matter of fact, Trump was asking Jerome Powell live on TV, and Jerome Powell pulled a piece of paper out of his pocket. Trump pulled a piece of paper out of his pocket live. Jerome Powell looked at it and it's like, Mr. Trump, we finished this project 2 years during your first administration. We're not currently building it right now. We finished it 2 years earlier. I don't think he made Trump look very good in front of the camera, and I think Trump is a little upset at him. I can't prove it, and it doesn't really matter. But this downside move is of huge over-exaggeration of complete buffoonery. I'm just letting you know. Now, markets do their own thing, and we're going to take it seriously, but I'm letting you know that the catalyst for this is just complete and utter nonsense. Okay? It's just this is nonsense. We were there live. It was live on TV as Trump was telling Powell, like, what's going on here, and Powell grabbed that paper and like, Mr. Trump, we finished this during your first presidential election. We're not building this anymore. It's finished. Everything you're telling me here is just, it's not, and it was live and I was watching it and I was commenting to you guys about it. So it's really just nonsense. I mean, it's just nonsense. Now, Trump said, I don't know anything about it, but he's not good at building. I don't know why he had to say that. I don't know why he couldn't say this is complete nonsense. Me and Mr. Powell figured it all out. I don't know why he didn't just tell the truth. I mean, it happened live on camera. Okay. It's embarrassing. Yes, it is an embarrassment. Okay. I don't want to get into the whole Russian agent. I don't know about all that. but this is just awful. I mean, like, um, this is just like, I mean, it happened live on TV. So anyway, I'm just like, come on, this is just, it's a witch hunt. I don't know how else to tell you. And by the way, I'm not a fan of Powell. I'm not a fan of Powell at all. But I don't hate him. I don't like him. I'm actually neutral on him. But this is just embarrassing. Anytime that our Federal Reserve is under question of integrity, that's like the worst thing that can happen to a country. That's not good. And again, I'm not getting into, as a matter of fact, according to Trump, he has nothing to do with this. So it's not really something I'm blaming Trump for because according to him, he had nothing to do with it. But it's just, it's not cool. I mean, this is not cool at all. Okay. This is very, very, um, Angie, that's funny. I forgot about the ballroom, right? Yeah, Powell didn't build that ballroom, okay? Let's just leave it at that. So anyway, this is embarrassing. I don't know how else to say it. It's embarrassing. Would you please expand on credit card? I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it, Joy. I'm going to talk about that credit card thing. And also, you guys know how I feel about credit card companies. I'll get into all that in a few minutes. I'm going to get into that. Had everything to do with it. Well, I'm trying, Sylvie. I'm trying to be as politically correct as possible. You know, I'm trying to be like, I'm trying to be, I'm trying to, I'm trying to be like as even as I can. It's not good to take sides because then you're biased and then you can't have a normal argument. But and wait till I get into the exactly, Angie. All right. So the markets are down. I think this is way, way, way over exaggeration. Now, the fact that the market's down is fine, but not based on this. This is just nonsense. So I'm not buying this at all. Okay. Fed data this week. We've got CPI, and I think we're going to see a bounce after the market opens. Maybe tomorrow. We're going to see a nice bounce. The big news this week, folks, CPI, retail. No, this is all delayed. Jobless claims, retail sales. This retail sales right here, industrial production. And folks, we have a bond auction today. We have a bond auction today. Okay. A 10-year bond auction today. And we have Fed speakers. So we do have some catalysts this week. I hear you loud and clear, Angie. I think the market is going to respond exactly how it should respond, in my opinion. But what do I know? So again, CPI. Let's get through all of this, okay? CPI, 10-year bond auction, retail sales, jobless claims, and as you guys know, we're expecting exactly the same thing we've been getting for the last 8 years here. There's no difference at all. Manufacturing index, and I'll walk you through this every step of the way. Now, folks, I have earnings are here. I'm going to post you the links for this document so you can have this. I'm also going to post it in the Telegram channel, okay? So you guys have it. Earnings here, here. Earnings week ahead. Now remember, these are earnings, and this is the expected move. I'm the only guy that gives you. I don't know why no one else does this, but this is the expected move. We need these expected moves for our data miner for implied volatility. So these are the stocks that are coming out, okay? Financials this week, which is very, very big. And we got semiconductors, financials and one Taiwan Semiconductor, huge, huge. And this is the expected move either up or down. This is what the options are going to price in. Data miner tracks these versus the actual number going back 20 quarters to give you the implied volatility. And I'll be talking about that today, okay? So you guys have that. Yeah, I gave this to you. Here it is again. Here it is again. By the way, speaking of that, today in the VIP room, let me tell you what the agenda is going to be. Here's the link for the VIP room. Today in the VIP room, I am going to talk about got a good agenda for you guys for today. Where is my link? Come on, Roger. Where's your link? Where's your link, buddy? This is weird. I can't find my links. Huh. That's very strange. All right. I'm going to talk about. Oh, I'm right there, actually. I can't find it because I'm there. I'm going to talk about key levels for major indices in the afternoon in light of this Michigas that's going on. I'm going to talk about top stocks that are set to rise regardless of the current market conditions. There's some basic material stocks that are looking beautiful this morning. Top seasonality for current 2 week cycle, top stocks and down stocks during the cycle, intro to time spreads, and a lead into data miner. And I'll give you guys some really good stocks that are seasonally strong. And let me tell you what else I'm going to do. I'm going to show you every sector for the next 2 weeks and show you which one is seasonally strong or not. And I'll give you a full list of stocks that are seasonally strong. It's going to be a seasonal period because January is a very, very strong seasonal period. So you don't want to miss that. Hey, Marlon, good to see you. Hope you had a good weekend. And that's that. Here is Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. I'm sure Goose and Cam can tell you what they have planned for today. Hey, Don, good to see you. Good to see you. Gregory, good to see you. Grace, Jim, this is a good session. You don't want to miss this session. Chatsworth Chaz. Oh, it's you, Carlos. You're Chatsworth Chaz. I love that. Love Chatsworth Chaz. My favorite sushi place in Los Angeles was Omino, was in Chatsworth, close to where Carlos lives. I love that place. Love that place. Anyway, Carlos, I posted this in the Telegram channel too. You should have this, okay? Just scroll up. You should have this. This is all the earnings that are coming out, including JP Morgan and Delta Airlines tomorrow. So we've got a lot of earnings this week and a lot of Fed stuff. As far as the bond market is, do you remember I warned you last week? Oh, Cam will not be here today. We will talk about PTT. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Very nice. Nice, nice, nice. Very nice. Gustavo has some really good stuff on the agenda today. You hear that, Mia? You're gonna have to attend, Mia. You're gonna have to attend the session, Mia. That's right. All right. So notice we tried to hit the 200-day moving average and we ended up right back in the channel. You see that? We tried. Remember last week I told you we have this channel going on here, but we still have this descending triangle? Well, we tried to get out of this triangle twice. Here's one time and here's two times. We hit the 200-day moving average and we backed right into this descending triangle. That's a very bearish sign. I'm going to be honest with you. Look, if you guys don't understand, I'm telling you right now. I'm not trying to this is not a show. This is not a guess what the market's doing. Twice, look at that. Twice the 200-day was rejected. 3 times it was rejected. 4 times it was rejected. And now we're back in this channel. That's not a good look for the bond market. Not a good look for the bond market, okay? At all. At all, actually. US dollar strong. This is about as bad as you can get for the US dollar, what's going on today. Because think about this thing with Powell. This is the integrity of this. You know, I'm going to say something. I don't think Trump thought of this, but the Fed being dirty is the worst thing for the president of the United States of America. You guys, I mean, does he even realize that? It implies negatively on our country. It implies negatively on him. He is our president. And he's saying he's not involved in this, which is making it even worse. So what I'm trying to say is this is very bad for the confidence in U.S. economy. And that's one of the reasons why the bond market, the U.S. dollar is down. This is very, very bad. And it's completely uncalled for. Okay. There is absolutely nothing here to investigate. Okay. You might as well investigate me taking the label off of my mattress. Okay. Gold is loving this. And yes, I know you guys are silver. I know a lot of you guys are silver traders. I don't trade silver. My wife and T-Buzz are big silver traders, but gold and silver tends to follow each other. And as you could see, I told you last week, it's looking very, very bullish. It's looking very, very bullish. Okay. Let me turn on TC2000. So this is a very good look. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys right now. I would be looking to take profit here. I would be looking to take profit here. I would be looking to take profit here on both gold and silver. I would be taking profit as fast as you could say, who's your daddy? Okay. This is a reaction to what's going on with the Fed right now. This is not a natural move. Gaps are gifts. Gaps are gifts. You take your gaps and you move on. You understand? I want to make sure you guys. I want to make sure you guys are hearing me loud and clear. All right, can you please say yes in the chat? Gaps are gifts. This is an overreaction. You want to buy gold when it gets back down here, not here. Okay. Silver. When silver and gold are up 2 and 3%, you take profits on it. Does everybody? Does everybody understand what I'm saying? Label off your mattress. Exactly. Exactly. Well, I'm being honest with you, Sylvia. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate it. Oh, ooh, yes, a lot of people understand. Okay, okay, good, 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 good. Remember, I never told you not to buy gold. I told you to buy gold around here, and I told you that it looks very good. And I'm telling you right now that, in my opinion, this is a gross overreaction, something like this. This is a time to liquid. Okay, good, good. Everybody could. All right, all right. Everybody understands. Please. Now, I'm not bearish. I'm not turning bearish on gold. This is just too much too fast. This. All right, all right. Good, good. Everybody seems to be on the same page. Just in case, let me post it in the Telegram channel. If you are long either gold or silver or both, it's a great time to take profit and wait for a pullback. At least this is what Clyde and Roger believe. Okay? I just posted it for you in the main Telegram channel with the idea to get back in near the 8-day EMA on daily chart. So I just posted it for you guys in the Telegram channel, okay? Please don't look for big moves off of a gap like this at all-time highs. Please don't be a fool. Don't be foolish, okay? All right, all right. I think everybody understands. Crude oil. Notice crude oil. Notice how wicky we are getting near the 100-day moving average. Excuse me, the 50-day moving average. I apologize. You taught us that gaps. Exactly. That's exactly what I taught you. That's the first one of the first lucrative things you learned from me. Well, I hope you learned. I hope you learned more than that, Perfect. But yeah, gaps are gifts. Gaps are gifts, especially this type of reaction. Good morning, Ron. Good to see you. We're having a very good session here today. So you see how we're getting wiki here, and we're not even at this session. So what I'm fearful is that we're going to see the same thing here on crude oil that you guys are seeing on U.S. dollar, and that you're seeing on not silver on. What was it? It was at the bond market. Just not a lot of movement. So let's be careful about going long here. I do like this. But there's just too much here, and I don't think energy right now is in a position to move higher. Do we get out? Just get out whenever you can. Just get out of gold and silver. Take profit on gold and silver. I'm not recommending any puts. All I'm recommending is we wait till it goes. Here's what I'm recommending. I'm recommending you buy it back when it gets right to this area right here. That's all I'm saying. Too much, too fast. This is your standard. The standard deviation bands are we're way past standard exact or at the alpha zone resistance line. Thank you. Exactly, Marlon. This is why I'm telling you. Get out of here and get back in when we're down here. Does it sound like a plan for everybody? That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you that gold is going down. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just telling you this is a great time to liquidate your position with the intent of getting back in at a better price. Okay? By the way, we went long Alcoa on Friday in the pit right at the end of the day, and it's up right now about 1.5%. Just FYI, it's a basic material. Okay, Bitcoin. Remember I told you that I think we're going to come up here, top out, and come right back down? That is happening. Now, it's actually okay to short here, but I would prefer you wait for us to get below this level right here, the VWAP, the quarter to date VWAP. So my suggestion is, you see how we're building support here? Literally right at that level. Look at the dot. Look at that twice. These levels hold, I'm telling you. Wait till we're trading below this level, okay? Like right here, Okay. Day and swing trades here, not speaking to long term. I'm only talking about short term. I'm talking about short term trade. I'm talking about the next day or two. I'm talking about selling it here, buying it back here. I'm talking about selling it near 423 and buying it near 413. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So if you plan on holding it for the next 10 years, you don't need to do anything. But my suggestion would be to get out here and get back in right here. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, it's chilly here too. It's chilly here too, Laura. Thank you for that, Marlon. You're absolutely right. It's near the alpha zone resistance levels. Okay. China is back above the 50-day moving average. I'm not really seeing anything here till we get above this level. This is very choppy price action. It's not trending right now, which is telling us that but it is a catalyst. So earnings, we don't have anything today, but this is going to be big news for financials, and financials are expected to do pretty well. And we have semiconductor on Thursday, and we have airlines tomorrow. Actually, I had Delta on my long list. I'm going to cross it out right now because I just learned that it has earnings. Okay, so FY. Take the gift. Gaps are gifts. Take the gap. It's a gift. Take it and then just walk away for a few days. You'll thank me for it. I promise you. Maybe give it a week or so. We'll get back to the 8-day. We'll get back to our average price and we'll be buying there. Okay. By the way, I went long about 100 shares of the SPY before coming on here just to take advantage of this overreaction in the market. Not for any kind of a setup. I think this is a gross overreaction. Okay, catalysts. Does anybody want to tell me what the catalysts are? Let's keep it real clean, folks. Let's keep it real clean. What are the catalysts? Would love some time spreads action. Ralph, today we had one on Friday, and I may have some today. I'll be talking about data miner today, and I'll be talking about time spreads at noon today. Here's the link. Here's the link for the VIP room where Uncle Roger will be talking about time spreads today. It's earnings. It's time for earnings, time spreads, and profit anchors, weekly cash flow profit anchors. Earnings season are here. That's when we do them. Okay. All right. Charles is coming in hot. Minnesota Matt is coming in hot. We got Mags. I got Mags. Okay. Check mark. I got chips. You got chips. Check mark. We got China. Check mark. Does anybody have bond auction? No, you guys don't have bond auction. Consumer staples. Where did the consumer staples? Oh, Walmart. Consumer staples. Okay. Check. Financials. Yes. Financials. Check. Fed financials. So yeah, we're going to be talking about seasonality, time spreads, and diagonals today. Hey, Stu, good to see you. Haven't seen you here in a while. Okay, so let's see. We got mags, we got chips, we got financial, consumer staples. Charles, I think consumer discretionary, I think you guys are talking about Walmart, right? So here's what I got. I got Fed, bond auction, 10-year bond auction today. Thank you for that, Richie. Richie reminded me right here. And Fed speakers. So you got Fed, financials. You do have financials. China, mags, chips, gold, Walmart, and Fed. That's what I got. Welcome, Stu. Welcome. All right. Are you still planning on calling me Uncle Roger, Stu? All right. So yeah, we may have some time spreads the next couple of days, especially this week for sure, because it's earnings. All right. So we got our catalysts out of the way. Escalating tension between Trump administration and the Federal Reserve. The worst thing this is like the worst thing for our country. The Fed, I made it bigger so you guys can see. Yeah. It's both. It's consumer discretionary and consumer staples. You're both right. You can't be wrong on Walmart. If you try to argue with whether Walmart is consumer staples or consumer discretionary, we're going to be here for 10 hours. It's like trying to figure out if Apple and Amazon is tech or consumer discretionary. Like you're not going to be wrong either way. Fed disclosed it has received a grand jury subpoena on Friday threatening criminal indictment against Powell. I mean, this is pathetic, okay? Testimony partly addresses multi-year renovations, which were finished 6 years ago, which Trump criticized and got embarrassed live on TV. This is unprecedented action, should seen as a broader context. Hell yeah. The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates, just doing their job. President Trump, he's not going to go down easy. Okay. Good morning, James. This week, investors look ahead. Key U.S. inflation data, comments from the Fed, and the start of fourth quarter earnings. And yeah, it is a waste of money. And I've already given you the sheet. And here, let me give it to you again. If you're just coming in here right now, these are all the earnings for the week ahead. There you go. All right, let's continue. All right. S&P touched new record highs. Usually the markets are really strong around record highs. This is why I don't believe this. I think it's nonsense, okay? Most chip stocks advanced, led more than 10% jump on Intel. President Trump said U.S. government was proud to be a shareholder. Good, good. I'm very happy about what's happening with Intel. Okla climbed 7%. Energy, nuclear. Remember, energy, solar, utilities is now nuclear. Qualcomm fell 2%. We talked about this being a catalyst on Friday. A lot of you thought this was a communication stock, and I showed to you that it's not even in the communication sector. But it happens to be one of the biggest chip stocks. Don't always believe everything you read. Double check your data. If you look at this, it'll tell you cursory, it's a communication stock. This stock has about as much to do with communication as I have to do with long-term investing. Get my point? Hey, Patrick, good to see you. Yeah, I wouldn't want that job for anyone. Well, I know why Kevin wants it. He's gonna do everything Trump wants him to. He told us so. I told you so a year ago. Trump said, I'm not hiring anybody who's not going to do anything I say. And Kev's like, I'm going to do everything he says. I'll do anything you want. I'll do anything you want. That's Kevin Hassett. Just appoint me. I'll do anything you want. Just appoint me. Labor Department reported on Friday non-farm payroll rose by 50,000 December, weaker expectation, U.S. unemployment rate. The report was very nice. It was a good report. University of Michigan consumer sentiment rose 54. The data was solid. The data was very, very solid. Let's see what the Fed has to say for themselves. Let's see what the Fed has to say for themselves. Tom Barkin said on Friday, the latest employment data points show modest job growth, continued low hiring environment, defined balance between modest job growth and environment, modest labor support environment seems to be continuing and was encouraging. I agree with him on that. He noted that policymakers must remain alert to the risks of both higher unemployment and persistent inflation. I agree with him there too. Dolly said in an interview she sees the central bank as being in phase of fine tuning. I agree with her on that. They are. And I'm going to tell you something else. This fine tuning would have started a year ago if we didn't have all this tariff nonsense. I'm telling you right now, this is about 9 months too late. We're not in a place where we're making large policy moves. They don't need to be right now. They need to keep an eye on what's going on. We're in a place where fine tuning. I couldn't agree with her more. Bostic said inflation is too high. We have to make sure we don't lose fight. I agree with him, but they're making progress. They're finally making progress. All right. It's not going to end well. No, he's not looking for a payroll bump. He wants to be the head of the Fed. He's looking for. It's not about money. It's not about money. He could have been a very rich man if he really wanted to. It's not about money. It's about being the head of the Fed, something he's wanted for over 20 years. I remember sitting with him talking about it and eating steaks at that Australian barbecue place and drinking Australian wine 20-something years ago, and him telling me this. Outback in Northridge. Carlos, did they still have an Outback in Northridge? That's where Kalamiris and I and Hassett went for dinner. 94.7%, 40%. They're not going to do anything. Consumer inflation data for December will be the main highlight this week. That's this report right here. Right here. Tomorrow's report. It's going to be a big report. And I'm going to tell you what I'm looking for. Right here. The two numbers that I'm looking for. And right here. I'm looking for these two numbers. I'm looking for these two numbers to be 2.6 and 2.7 or 2.5 and 2.6. I just want them to be below a year ago. That's all I want. If they're off by 1 point, if it's 2.6 and this is 2.5, this will be really good. If this is 2.7, it's not going to be great. At last time, it was actually better than expected. So if these numbers are good, we should get a pretty good rally. Yeah, it's true. All right. So that's the big report. We got also PPI. When is PPI coming out? Hold on. When is PPI coming out? Oh, it's delayed. It's the delayed PPI. Now, where's the regular PPI coming out? I don't see it. That's weird. Really weird. And we have Industrial Production Friday, folks. Big report. Okay. Market participants will a lot of Fed officials. We have the beige book coming out this week. We have a lot of earnings. We have a lot of earnings this week. There you go. That bar was wild. I don't know about now, Carlos, but that bar was wild 20 years ago. They make a mean, dirty martini 20 years ago. Bond market, bond yields, yield is up, bonds are down. Europe is down 0.18, retreating from a record high. They're not taking this too seriously in Europe. This is not this is a U.S. issue. Concerns over Fed's independence. Damn well they should be concerned about Fed's independence. China closed higher, hitting a 10-year high. That's a catalyst for us. It's on our catalyst list. AI stocks are doing really good. So far, so good. I'm not really seeing a global meltdown or anything like that. Japan is closed for a holiday. They'll be reopening tomorrow. Yeah, I used to live in this area of LA called Northridge about 20, 25 years ago. And there's not that many restaurants there, but there's an Olive Garden there that was fantastic. And we used to go there all the time. There was like an hour wait for it every time, but it was worth it. The Max 7s are down over 1%. Micron retreated. Bank stocks are doing horrible in light of and I'm going to talk about this right now. Gold mining stocks are up. This is what I'm telling you guys. It's a good time to take profit on metals and basic materials. And Walmart is up over 3%. They'll be joining the NASDAQ 100. I think that's the oddest thing, Walmart joining the NASDAQ 100. I don't think the Walmart should join the NASDAQ 100 because it's really a blue chip stock. But I think with the way things are going, everything is going to be a tech stock in 10 years, right? Move on earnings are all to the upside in percentage. Yes. Or downside. It's just a move. The move. Grew up Northridge back in 35 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's odd that it's joining NASDAQ, but usually when it joins an index, it's a good sign for the stock. So I'm pretty bullish on Walmart, but I don't know why they had to put it on the NASDAQ 100, the top tech stocks. I mean, Walmart is not a top tech stock, but I mean, they couldn't find anything else to put into the NASDAQ 100. My 5 cents. Now, real quick, Sean mentioned this. Now, you guys know for years, I've been bitching and moaning about credit card merchants being criminals, charging between 18 and 25%. I can't even believe I'm saying these words. 18 to 25% for interest. Trump, as you know, Trump over the weekend came out, made a big statement. The problem is, folks, and I would absolutely love nothing more for our president to get interest rates on credit cards down to 10%. You guys know that. I've been telling you this long before he mentioned it. Here's the problem. He has no control or power to do that. It's a complete congressional act. So in order for Trump to do that, he has about as much power to do that as I do. Okay? So calling for credit card companies to do that is about as me calling credit card companies to do that. Congress has to make an action. Congress, it has to come into law. President has no power over that. Now, this is something I wish President did have power over. This is something I wish he could do it in a snap his fingers and do. But I'm going to be honest with you. He has no control over it. So as much as I want our president to do this, and as much as I agree with this, he has absolutely no control to do this. And anybody who took basic constitutional law would know that Congress, this is Senate and Congress. They have all banking laws are done through Congress. Okay. And to do a law like that, it would have to be a congressional act, not a presidential act. So as much as I would love for this to happen, as much as happier as I got when I saw this, he has no control or power over this. Something he's not going to tell you, but he has no control or power over it. So again, just Congress can do this, but they have not shown any interest in doing this. All right, stock market volatility is spiking. I actually think, based on the market move we're seeing right now, volatility should be up more than this. This is from Friday's closing. This is not today. Volatility hasn't opened up yet. And if you're looking at VIX, VIX is up. VXX is only up 2% right now. And by the way, look, the news came out. Look at the news came out, and look at what the volatility's been doing all night. Look, this is the news that came out, right? This is the opening, and we've been going down we're literally going down all night. So this is telling us that the news is getting a little bit ahead of itself. We've already corrected about 50%. Okay. Good PR for Trump, but you know, Congress. So I like where we're going in terms of volatility. And if you're long volatility, if you're long volatility, you may want to take profit with the intent of getting back in a little later when we're back in this area right here. Okay, right here, back at the 8-day EMA. Just heads up, okay? Just heads up. No, he can't, Bob. He can't do anything. No, he has no power whatsoever. Zero power. He can't do anything except badmouth people on TV about it. Look, Bob, you know that I want this to happen more than anybody else. I think I think these credit card merchants are the biggest crooks in the world. I think they should be put next to drug cartels, okay? Charging folks 25%. If that's not usury, I don't know what is, okay? But I'm telling you, he has no power. That's one thing about me, folks. You guys all know how I feel about this, right? And here I am telling you he has no control, no power over it. I'm being honest with you. I have no gain here. I have no upside here. I'm telling you the truth. Yes, for traction. That's exactly right. That's exactly what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing. So just be careful, Penny. You may want to take profit on your VIX and then get back in later. So yeah, he has no. I wish our president can snap his fingers and do something. I want nothing more than that. I think these credit card companies are a bunch of crooks, but he doesn't have the power. It's a congressional act. Okay, so volatility is moving higher. Put the call ratio. This is where we were on Friday. This is as of Friday, okay? This is up to 30%. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Crooks. They're crooks. I mean, they're crooks. I don't know how else to tell you that they're crooks. These credit card companies should be taken out in the woods and shot. So this is telling us, as of Friday, markets were getting a little too uppity. A little too uppity. We're not below 70, but they were getting a little too uppity. I'm expecting this to move a little lower today. But this is telling us that call buyers were starting to get a little ahead of themselves on Friday. A little ahead of themselves. All right. Momentum levels are looking good. We're above 50% here. Everything here is like close to 70. Momentum levels are actually looking pretty darn good. Okay? They're looking pretty darn good. Folks, if you're still coming in here right now, and I know a lot of people are, we're about to get into the stock portion, please make sure you're watching at 1080. At 1080, and give us one thumbs up. One thumbs up. One. Again, my job here is to tell you the truth. Okay? My job is to tell you the truth, not to sugarcoat stuff for you. Okay? Okay. Yeah, my job is to tell you the truth. Tell you the truth. Okay. Momentum levels are looking solid across the board. SPY, let's look at SPY. Okay, so we're opening down only half a point lower. Look at where we're opening. We're opening up right at the 8-day EMA. Not that bad. Not that bad. No Nobody's dying. Nope, nobody's falling apart. There's no major correction. We're just opening at the 8-day EMA. Okay? We're just opening at the 8-day EMA. Nothing to cry about. Now, I would be concerned. I would start getting concerned if we start trading below this black line here. You could see all that. We have all this stuff here. As long as we stay here, we're okay. We're okay. Matter of fact, just puts us right into this area right here. That's all. As long as we're above here, we're okay. Right, Mia? We're okay if we're right above this area. Okay. SMH. SMH is still right here near all-time highs. We're not even below the VWAP right here, the anchored VWAP. Okay. Russell 2000. Russell 2000 looks like it wants to go back to the 8-day EMA right here. It looks like it's a little overextended. You could see it right here, like this. I think we're going to end up somewhere right here, right here. Okay. So you got like 4 or 5 points here. Okay. Mags. Mags are barely down. They're down 0.72. I mean, this is mega caps and they're still in this area. And to me, it looks like they don't want to go anywhere from this area. We haven't broken the lows here. Look at that. We haven't broken the lows. To me, it just looks like we're consolidating. So I wouldn't put too much effort, too much faith into this. And let's see how QQQ is looking. Oh, he's snoring. So cute. She's in deep sleep. You could see her right here. Hi, Mia. Hi, Mia. There he is. She's sleeping. All right. And also, by the way, QQQ, notice we're still, even though we're a little lower, notice we're not below this triangle. Notice the lows are not breaking through this little triangle here. So from where I'm sitting, we're not really doing anything crazy here. Okay. There's nothing. From where I'm sitting, this is a gross overreaction. Okay. 20-day highs. Well, we're getting to 400, but we're not at 500 or even 450. So this is a little overdone, but not too much. This can go a little higher. But this is a warning. This is a warning that we're getting a little too uppity. And this is a warning that we're getting too uppity. But these are just things telling us that we're just getting a little ahead of ourselves. They're not telling us that we're peaking out. Okay, so just make sure you understand that. So momentum levels are a little uppity, but still not looking too bad. What about sectors? How are sectors looking? Home builders, consumer discretionary, retail, basic material, Russell, semiconductors, mid cap. This is great. This is looking good. The only problems here is technology, QQQ, and communication. If we can get these up here, we're going to be looking good. But this is looking a lot better than a week ago. This is very interest rate sensitive in a positive way. Look, home builders, interest rates, consumer discretionary, interest rates, retail, interest rates, basic material, interest rates, Russell 2000 interest rates, semiconductor. These are all favoring lower rates. Industrial, this is good. This is good. The only thing I want QQQ, which was over here a week ago, Bitcoin and communication and financials to come up here. But this is not a bad look. This is not a bad look. And remember, it's Monday. Mondays are usually, yeah, rotational days, Hefe. All right. Better rates with the mafia, right? Right. So we're not looking bad here. We're not looking bad with any of these trend lines. We're not looking bad here, folks. Nothing is falling apart. The world is not collapsing. Although, as I said, I would be taking profit on gold. I would be taking profit on gold and silver. That's what I would be doing. So momentum levels are looking okay. Let me give you guys levels. Let me give you guys levels. Give you guys levels, and then let me give you stocks that I like. All right. Are you guys getting value out of this? Are you guys getting value out of this? Want to make sure you guys are getting value out of this. One second. I just need to update somebody really quick. Okay. Hope you guys are getting value out of this. All right, let me give you guys levels. You guys need to have your levels. And remember, folks, Mondays are not, I don't do a lot on Monday mornings, especially in a day like this. I'll give you my prognosis before I leave. Just bear with me, please. Right here. Okay. By the way, notice we opened down and we've been going straight up till about 8 o'clock in the morning, and now we're cooling off, but we're still in this area. Folks, keep an eye on 690 here. I'm going to write this for you. Keep eye on 690.82. That is a major resistance level in the short term. I'm going to write this for everybody so you guys can see it. Let me post this for you guys, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh God, this is very complicated today for some reason. Okay. I want you guys to keep an eye on this level right here. This zone right here. Okay. I'm going to post this on Telegram for you so you won't forget. Okay. 690.82. If we break above, we can see a nice gap fill this morning or today. Okay. On the SPY. I'm just giving you guys some extra instructions because today's a delicate situation. Yep, the small caps are hitting up good. Good. Here's that. Here's that. Yeah, our small caps will not have any impact from this at all. Okay, I'll tell you the level here to pay attention to it. And I'm posting all this on Telegram for you guys. I'm posting all of this on Telegram for you. Here. I'm giving you all the levels. Keep eye on 622.81 level. If we break above, we can see a good upside move. Okay? I'm giving you all of these levels. Don't come crying to me and telling me you don't know what to do today. I'm telling you, ooh, look at my levels from Friday. That's pretty good. Look how it's found support at these levels. Look at that. It's pretty good. Okay, let's do this. They cut you. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I like the whole credit card thing. I mean, I just wish President Trump had the actual power to make it happen because boy, oh boy, I'd be very happy. I'm very happy about what he's doing with Venezuela because it's bad for Russia. But again, if the president has the power to do something, I'll be the first guy to tell you he has the power. But the problem is most of the things he says, he just doesn't have the legal power to do, unfortunately. And sometimes I'd want him to have that power. Like with the credit card companies, I really want him to have that power. I would want nothing more than to him to have that power. But he doesn't have any power. I was talking to my wife yesterday. She's like, come on, you know better than that. You know anything to do with banking regulation is done through commerce, I'm like, yeah. SMH needs to break above 385.82 to move higher. Here. Congress, all banking laws are done through Congress. Congress. Okay. And that's the law, my friends. Okay, we did that. Oh yeah, Russell 2000. Let's look at the Russell 2000. Russell 2000, by the way, these are my levels from Friday. So folks, I want to show you guys something. These are my levels from Friday on the Russell 2000. From Friday. This didn't happen till last night. Tell me, how good are my levels? This is from Friday. I'm not kidding. This is from I gave you these levels on Friday. Look at this from Friday. This is from Friday. I mean, this is some crazy levels from Friday. Okay, let's delete these and start all over again. I guess I could have just left them alone, but that's pretty good. Okay, right there. Okay, let me give these to you, and I got to get out of here. And then let me give you the bond market. Look at my levels on the bond market, guys. This is from Friday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. Look at this. No problem. Let me give you the bond levels. I like how the bonds are moving higher. That's good. I think this is a big ass overreaction, is what I think. Okay. I got to quickly give you my stocks and then I got to get out of here. Otherwise, I'll be late. Keep eye on 87.52 for upside breakout. Okay. All right. Let me give you guys stocks that I'm looking at, and then I got to get to the office. I really do have to get to the office. Okay. Short side first. Netflix, Hims, PayPal, Now. Yeah, I think that we're going to see upside in the SPY. Service now, I do think that. I think this is way overdone. Maybe it'll take a couple hours or maybe even tomorrow, but I'm not seeing this resolve to the downside. Unless some other news comes out. This is an overreaction. Roblox, I think this is an exercise in stupidity. President Trump and Powell were live on TV doing a walkthrough through the building. Trump had a piece of paper in his hand. Powell grabbed the paper out of his hand and said, "Mr. Trump, this has been done. This was finished already during the building that you're saying we're spending money on. It was already finished during your first administration." And I don't think Trump liked being showed off that way. And do you really think that Powell had anything to do with construction of buildings in the Fed? I mean, really, think about that for a second. What does Powell know about building constructions? If this is, I mean, this is insanity. Okay, that's what this is, insanity. Netflix, I mean Netgear, D-Dog, and it's just insanity. I don't know how else to tell you this. QFin, CCI, CCI, and Zscaler. Let me give you my long ones, and then I got to get out of here. These are all puts. These are all bearish. Now let me give you calls. WDC, which I really like. Western Digital, GE. And remember, folks, it's Monday. Usually we don't get a lot Monday mornings. ICE, ICE, baby, ICE. Don, Powell had about as much to do with the budgeting on that project 6 years ago as I did. This is not ready yet. He needs to get above the 200. Let's just be honest, okay? Let's just be straight. He didn't do anything wrong. He didn't misappropriate any money. He didn't do anything resembling what they're accusing him of. Micron, Google. Google's looking pretty good here. FCX, that should be up today pretty good, actually. Yeah. This is overdone. Do not do FCX. This is over. It's profit taking time on FCX. HL, mining company. Profit taking. This is way too overdone. I thought I was looking at this. No, this is overdone. HL overdone. That's what I'm saying. All these miners and all these mining stocks, I would be taking profit today. Planet Labs, Applied Materials, still looking good. Meanwhile, I would love for him to do something about the credit thing, but he has no power. No, not wrong stock, not BA, Boeing, Boeing. It always does that. Boeing, Boeing. All right. Nice looking stock. Folks, it's Monday. My suggestion is to wait for the SPY to break those levels to the upside that I just posted you in the Telegram channel and confirm those levels. I will be updating you throughout the entire day. Okay, be careful. I'm looking for some upside. I want to see us go above overnight highs. If we go above overnight highs, I think we're going to start filling in the gap. I would also start taking. So I'm looking for mild bullishness or choppiness. I'm not looking for a lot of follow through below overnight lows. I think this is an overreaction. I think volatility is going to start cooling off, and I think this will be turned into nothing as it usually is. I'll see you guys at noon today. I have a lot of seasonality stuff for you guys. A lot of seasonality. Here's the link for my VIP room. Don't forget Cam and Gustavo show today at 10 to 1 every single day. And here's the link to my Telegram channel. I will see you guys in the VIP room in just a couple of hours, and we're going to have a great VIP session with a ton of seasonality. Thank you all. Bye. Have a great day. Thank you for being here, and thank you for everything. And please don't take what I'm saying as political. I'm trying to be as